Goldilocks manifesting? Hello friends, welcome to another video. If you are new here, I'm Emily, otherwise known as Shamanism. You can call me anything, just don't call me late for dinner. Glad to have you. I'm an author, a musician, a vibrational healer, a coach, and many other things. It's my pleasure to have you here on the channel, and if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back and spending time with me. In this video, my question for you is, are you Goldilocks manifesting? And the reason that I have my beautiful bear friend here is to illustrate the reminder of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. If you're not familiar with this story, it goes a little something like this. There's Goldilocks and the Three Bears, and she stumbles upon their home. And in the home, she finds 3 different sized chairs, 3 different sized bowls, and 3 different, I believe, temperature bowls of porridge. And she essentially moves through the process of sitting through each chair and tasting and testing the porridge. And the first one is too cold, then the next one she goes to is too hot, and the middle one is just right, and she falls asleep in, I forget which bear's bed, and wakes up, and the bears are like, "What are you doing in this home, human?" Because, you know, like you do with bears. The point of that story, and the point of me illustrating that story, is sometimes with manifesting, and this made me laugh when I realized it, because I was like, oops, maybe I'm a little bit or a lot guilty of doing this. And maybe you are too, and it's okay. The whole point of awareness is awareness, right? So we're learning together in this game of life. So what I mean by Goldilocks manifesting, and are you Goldilocks manifesting, is that in the law of attraction, a lot of the time we're told to be specific. And so sometimes we take it to too much of an extreme. What I mean by that is, rather than saying to the universe, I would like to have, I don't know, I can't think of anything specific. Rather than saying to the universe that you want to grow wealthy and, you know, say you want a Cape Cod style house in the woods or something like that. Let's just say you left it that open. It's relatively open. Well, you're giving the universe parameters to confine what it is able to give you, because you're actually perhaps being too specific. Because instead of, so think of it this way, the universe in its infinite amazingness and ability to do whatever, however this wonderful universe works, does its stuff. It is so incredible that if you confine it even a little bit too much, let's say you're too specific with the kind of partner you're calling in, you've got it down to the exact color eyes, the eyelashes they have, the, you know, whatever, who knows what else, their weight, their, I don't know, their style, you're probably being a little too specific for the universe to allow to deliver in you a perfect partner. And I don't know why I'm from wherever I'm from right now. So the Goldilocks manifesting is, if you've noticed perhaps that, is there a chance, if your manifestations aren't working, for lack of a better word, that's not really a thing, but you know, if you feel like you aren't receiving what you should be receiving given what the efforts you're putting in and your capacity, then I invite you to examine if perhaps it might be the Goldilocks syndrome, the Goldilocks problem, that instead of allowing the universe and understanding that the universe really and truly can deliver in a plethora, in an absolute cornucopia, insert picture of cornucopia, of ways to you. That is how the universe can deliver, literally any way, anytime, anyhow, through anyone. And so understand that while some guidelines with your manifesting helps, that if you're too freaking confined and you're too laser focused on this one little point, and you've gotten your specificity down to the size, weight, time, you know, you're like, well, this person's supposed to be here at 5 p.m. on the 20th of, you know, 2027, you might have a problem with, I'm guessing you probably haven't found your perfect partner yet, right? So I invite you in this video to, as I've talked about recently in my surrender video, to release control of, honestly, and I really will go ahead and say this because it's something I'm literally experiencing and testing in my own life right now, is releasing the control of anything needing to be anything. That sounds crazy coming out of my mouth, and also that is exactly what I'm literally testing. I decided not long ago, okay, you know what? I've had enough of trying to control my life. And when I surrendered more fully, or to the best of my ability and knowledge of surrender, I've given up the reins. And I gotta tell y'all that it's an interesting experience, and that the more I've been grateful and the more I've been accepting of being allowed to be taught, I don't know how to explain this, I've been allowing the lessons to just be fleeting lessons. I've been like, okay, there's something to learn. What is it? okay, move on, and not lessen in a, ooh, that was hard kind of a way. Oh, and on that subject, I want to share this with you because it's relevant. Know that you have the power to set the parameters for your growth in your spiritual journey or your general journey in life. What do I mean? This has been life-changing for me, so I thought, let me throw this in at the end of this. What I mean is, and I didn't know this or didn't take this on for the longest time as being something that you could seriously use, and you can. It's a very helpful tool. You can set the parameters for the ways in which you grow in your life. If you're at a level of awareness with me, let's say, or you feel you're at this point in your journey, you can say to the universe, okay, I only grow from positive experiences. You can set the parameters to the universe, and just like almost an affirmation, you can say, I no longer learn from negative experiences. I learn and grow from positive, enriching experiences only, or something along those lines. You can, of course, word it in your own way. Just be mindful of the way in which you're speaking and affirm that you only choose and elect to learn from positive things. And I am finding that to be really, really wonderfully helpful, in addition to accepting the circumstances that I'm in, understanding that I have a lot more power within myself than I realized, and letting the universe, literally entirely letting the universe to actually steer my day. So what I tend to do is have a plan, little index card size, have them right here, size to-do list. So I'll give myself a plan, and then whatever happens in the day, if the universe comes in to steer me somewhere else, I see someone maybe they need to hear a specific compliment, I'll tell them that, whatever, it could be anything. That's just one example. I will allow the universe to steer me in that direction. And it has led to so many magical new starts that I just cannot express enough how worthwhile it is to allow yourself to be free of the confines. If you've been manifesting from Goldilocks zone and you're like the princess and the pea and you're like, I feel that pea down there, or you're like, this person has to be blonde hair, blue eyes, 5'3", as if, right? Whatever height, it doesn't matter. Maybe be a bit less specific and realize that you're not in the Goldilocks and the Three Bears, and it's not a too cold, too hot, whatever situation, that for the universe to fulfill your wishes, just like Santa Claus, Sanity Claus, as we call him lovingly over in my place, to allow the universe to deliver. And it has an absolute multitude of ways to deliver to you. So if this video has been of help to you, please do share it with anyone you think it might help. Subscribe, as that helps me to get these messages out there to those folks like you who need to hear them. And last but not least, if you, my beautiful spirit soul, need any health support or coaching, please don't hesitate to reach out to me at this email address, where it would be my pleasure to serve you in whatever way I can. Have a beautiful and a blessed rest of your day or night, and I will see you, beautiful cats, in the next one. Namaste, much love, and stay healthy. Bye. I no longer learn from still can't say it. Thank you for the confirmation. And the first one is too cold, then the next one she goes to is too hot, and the middle one is just right. And she falls asleep in, I forget which bear's bed, and wakes up, and the bears are like, what are you doing in this home, human? Like, oops, maybe I'm a little bit or a lot guilty of doing this. You can set the parameters for the ways in which you grow in your life. And I don't know why I'm from wherever I'm from right now. We're in a plethora, in an absolute cornucopia. Anyway, anytime, anyhow, through anyone.